feeling cleaner than I ever would be. It's cooler than Antarctica's weather would be. Damn, I think my swagger is a weapon to me. And dudes don't count you off the record to me. So don't be stepping to me, trying to shake my hand. I'm already the man, ain't trying to make your band. I feel the fact that I'm real, just make them mad. I be smoking helium to inflate my swerve. I'm fact that I'm real, just make them mad. I be smoking helium to inflate my swerve. I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Every lady wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. 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 You're not really seeing me, dog. Real talk. You feeling whacker than you ever would be. In mind, you.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another week of Champagne Conversations. I am so excited about today's show, guys. We have some new topics, there's stuff that no one in our sector is talking about, and I'm excited about talking about it. So once again, I am so debonair.
I am the Candy Shop, or Candace.
Yes, and we are Champagne. I changed the name, y'all. I
don't know why that's funny to me.
I changed the name.
This is Champagne.
Now, formerly known as Champagne and Things. Let's play the intro and let's get into it. Let's go.
But I want to welcome everybody to my channel, The Candy Shop. I am so excited. The Candy Shop. So this is my story time. The Candy.
I'm fly, yes. I'm high, yes. Every lady wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair.
And we are back. First of all, I forgot to do this. Guys, if you're going to join either one of me or the Candy Shop channels, make sure you guys subscribe to the channels, like the channels, turn your notifications, make sure you turn them on all so you're notified every time we go live. This is a weekly show that me and the Candy Shop do. And so make sure you subscribe to both of our channels because we do stream live on both channels from now to give you guys champagne sessions. So,
Yes.
what's going on?
I feel like we're all over the place right now.
We are. But you know why? It's because I changed the name on accident, and then we're gonna stick with it. So that's the only reason why.
But no, I've been good. Just working. I've been in your bushes watching you. I watched you and Cindy last night, and
Yes.
So yeah, that's all I've been
so
doing.
much.
Oh, and I've been trying to go live more on my channel now to get back into the algorithm as well.
Yes, I said I was going to go live last week on the algorithm, but I was on spring break and my bed was like, go to bed, and so I ended up going to sleep. Then there's some really great things that happened last week. I can't really talk about them right now, but as soon as they're all done, I'm going to definitely talk about it probably on my other channel about some things that have been going through my personal life. And then I also reconnected my best friend last week as well. So that was all amazing for me. And I'm excited about all that stuff.
Okay, cool.
So let's say what's up to the people in the chat. I see Miss Wilson is here. She says, hey, so debonair in chat. What's going on to BJ Dez? I'm sorry, BJ Dez. We have It's Just D. She's on both of our channels. Let's get into it. Okay, Sassy P says, good evening, tribe and visitors. Come on in, grab your seat, get your favorite drink, and join So Deb in the beautiful Candy Shop. Why can't I be beautiful? For a great evening. What's going on to Crystal Rawls over there on your channel? Yes, Sassy P says, don't forget to hit that like button on your way in. We have Mary Bassard here. She says, good evening, So Deb in chat. Hope you are all well. Let's see what else. We have Andrea. I think she's over there on your channel. She says, "Hey, so good." Bamboo is here. She says, "Oh, hey, so Deb in chat and mods." Shay B's over here. She says, "Hey, my people, good to see you, Candy, and of course, you too." Oh, thank you so much. We also KMB, good to eat, so Deb and Candy in chat. I think all the people that are in the chat, y'all, there's 90 people here on my side, so go ahead and hit that like button as you walk in. So y'all, I don't know if you, we're going to talk about this later, but I don't know if you guys have watched these girls, Tae and Lou. That's what we're going to talk about that at the end, but I really want to dive into this. If you guys have ever been in a toxic relationship, this is something you definitely want to see, okay? If you've ever been into the mukbang, just do you know Tae and Lou? I mean, I know them, but have you ever watched them? Because I know you're in the mukbang community. But this was a clutterfuck of shit that happened. So I just want to talk about it.
I almost just want to talk about that because it is so much to talk about. But we can start with the small stuff.
I know. What's going on to Red Label Confessions, Confessions and Reactions in the chat. She says, "Yes, I'm so sad, but I'm here for it." Yes, we got to get into this. All right, so let's get into the small stuff before we get into Shanquilla's not small, but some of the small stuff. Then let's hit Shanquilla and then Tae and Lou.
Okay, so the very small stuff is Latasha Scott. I talked about this a few days ago. She did the Watch What Happens Live interview where she continued to lie her little tail off. I'm gonna try not to curse tonight. She continued to lie. And so we've been calling her Latasha because she said when she said open relationship, she meant open communication. She also said she doesn't know nothing about $30,000 being stolen. She also said that she was unaware of a sex tape. She was confused. So she just basically lied the whole night. And I will give her this though. She was very, here you go with this song. Liar, liar. Okay. Her presence was okay on Watch What Happens Live. So I did appreciate that, but she lied. She did say she missed her sister. She said she hadn't spoke to her sister and she just got her sister's number or something like that. But we didn't have to talk about this a lot. Did you watch the show though?
I never watched the show because I know it's going to be a shit show. Because one, I mean, even when SWV did the show with Salt and Pepper was a shit show. And then, what'd you say?
I was gonna say I liked it.
Yeah, but I mean, they were basically doing the same thing that Escape is doing. Though they were effing over Spinderella, and so then they have a show with Escape, and we already know the stuff that's happening with Escape. And I just knew that this was going to happen, especially with Candy giving the interviews that she was giving. And she's like, "It's not about me, it's about me and it's about her and the sister, whatever." And I was telling the Candy stuff. I said, "You know what? I keep saying this. That Latasha has a song called Liar Liar. And I can't remember where it was from. And then I remembered it was on the Best Man soundtrack. Y'all, this lady, she knows that she's a liar liar. She made a song about being a liar. She didn't say she was a liar liar, but that man she's with is a liar liar. I just want to pull that up for you guys. Go listen to it on YouTube. Don't stream it on any streaming platforms. But I want to pull it up because she's definitely a liar liar. Okay? Yes.
Yeah, she's grimy.
Yeah. Wait. Yes, I did watch it just deep. So let's move on.
Watch it. You didn't watch it.
I watched it in SWB show at all. No. I was like one episode. That was it. I mean, the blogs were more interesting than the show to me. I think that SWV has been pulling out some amazing looks this last week. Taj, shout out to Taj. Taj is looking amazing. Okay, they said they gave Taj her assignment, and she definitely understood the assignment. Yeah. Taj is looking amazing.
I don't know if you'll agree with this, but I know people right now, and I said this the other day. Escape is relevant because of Tiny and Candy and their reality TV and social media presence. But SWV, to me, that group has the hits. Coco has an iconic voice. The other ladies can sing, which we don't know because we're so used to Coco's distinct voice. But to me, SWV is the bigger group. Escape
Well,
they
Lily actually talks about like I mean, Lily, we know Lily. I mean, she can sing, but like she can hold a candle to like anyone else in her group or the other group.
yeah, Tosh can sing though
Yeah,
too.
Tosh can sing. Yeah,
Yeah, so but I don't know. I growing up and me and you are the same age. I
yeah,
love SWV. They came out, I think, when we were in the 4th grade. we were kiddos when
yeah.
they came out, and I had their cassette. I love me some SWV. Escape, I like them too, but they don't have as many hits. And I actually like certain members versus the actual full group together. But I will say this, they don't work unless they have all their members.
Who SWV?
Escape.
No, Escape does work if they don't have all their members. And I think that what people don't understand is this.
And you talking
Without
about singing or the reality TV stuff? Because I'm
no
saying it's singing.
Escape works without the group. If you ever been to one of their shows, even people are talking now about how they don't need Latasha. I've always said this, they don't really need Latasha. Latasha has memorable runs. That's it. But Tamika, and I'm gonna stand by it, I would die on this hill. Tamika's voice is way better to me. Tamika sounds amazing. Tamika's singing Latasha's parts. Actually, her and Tanya's singing her parts, and they sound just fine. Hey, what's going on, Chi-Town?
Hey,
How are
Chi-Town.
you? But she doesn't need. They don't need Latasha. Latasha did add something just like Candy did, but people don't. I don't know if you would agree with this. Candy is a staple voice in that group. She cannot sing better than probably anyone in the group, but her voice is a signature voice in the group.
I said this. To me, Candy's voice is like right now, it's unique. So of course it translates better than Latasha's voice. To me, Latasha's voice is very 90s. She does all those runs. She does all, I don't know, it's very 90s. To me,
Wait, Candy's going around?
No, I'm saying Latasha does all those runs and it's very 90s.
Yeah.
Candy's voice is more unique where you can take it and you can use it now versus Latasha is just one dimensional. Coco to me has an iconic voice.
Absolutely.
Regardless of where area she sings in, it's always going to be good. So.
And I agree with Shai now. It's no SW without Coco. They can't go on tour without her, but Escape can't continue their two without her. Oh, they can't continue.
And it's just It's just D is right. That's what It's just D is saying is exactly what I was saying.
No, Candy is saying they work better with all 4 members, but they will still get yes, they will. But to be honest, they don't need Latasha. And I get what you guys are saying, but she's not needed. Like she's not like what Shaitan said. Like they can't. SW cannot do anything without Coco. Escape can do whatever they want to without Latasha. You know, see what I'm saying? But they did it. They actually toured without Candy, but I think when they toured without Candy, there was something missing because they don't have that monotone thing. It's almost like TLC touring without T-Boz.
Yeah, you got a point because I was just going to say I think they could do it. Oh my goodness, my kids! I think they could do it without Candy, but then when you just said that it's like TLC without T-Boz, you might be right. Candy adds that monotone voice to them.
Yeah, it's like the base of the song. Like here's the verses. Here you go, and then we're gonna do all the singing over here. You know, that's what it is.
And I'm so jealous. Chi-Town rubbing in our face that she's going to Coachella.
Who's performing at Coachella?
I don't know, but I've always wanted to go. I don't care who's performing, whatever music I want to go.
If I ever went to Coachella, I want to be in the back because I don't want them to stand people.
And you know what we were supposed to talk about? Swarm. Did you ever watch that? Because
I've seen like 2 episodes. I didn't get to watch the whole thing though.
You got to watch it through the end because they have a festival in it like Coachella. That episode was interesting.
I need to check that.
Yes, and I want to talk about it with you and what your thoughts are of it. We could have talked about tonight too. Chloe Bailey's album as well.
What do you think about it?
I didn't like it.
I love Chloe Bailey's album. And actually, I'll tell you what a lot of us have been doing is we've been adding the singles to our playlist in her album, which makes it flow a lot better. I don't know why. Like, someone had made a post today about Chloe Bailey having the machine behind her, but the A&R is like really like effing up her situation because people aren't listening to the music. One, I will agree with you at some point. I feel like the album that she put out should have been the album that she put out. I feel like the bop should have been on there as well as the music that she put out. But also, I feel like, listen, make your own thing. Because for me, I think that adding those singles that she has on that, it makes the album flow so much better. And that's what people are doing. And also, I saw online today that now people are really trying to listen to it because they're seeing the live performances of her because she's on tour right now.
I was waiting to hear, because a lot of the songs, like, I don't know, a lot of the stuff that she released out before that is what I was waiting to hear. I wanted to hear, though, Nothing But a Little Light Flex. I thought she was gonna make that a song because I love that little. I guess it would have been an interlude. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yes, I wanted that to be a song. I was waiting for it, and so I don't know. I think Chloe Bailey, what I expected, even though she's so sexy right now, prior to the sexiness and all of that, I don't know why I put her and her sister in the category of Solange, and so I thought we were going to hear more music like that.
I think her sister is more of Solange. I think she's more of a Beyonce. And I think that Chloe Bailey has so much layers to her. And I think she came out with the song that she came out with to shock y'all. Like, listen, y'all, I'm slapping my, I'm doing all this. I'm shaking my ass so that she can like take away the shock factor when she releases an album. When it came to the album, I was a little disappointed that there was no songs like that on the album. So I was like, you know what? Let me just make my own damn playlist. I'll add the damn pop songs I want onto the album. And I love it. It sounds good together. I love, she has a song called Church. And so what I do with that is as a matter of fact, if you guys have Apple Music, I will share my playlist. But what I do is that I actually add Have Mercy before that comes on. So it kind of makes sense, like why she feels like he's an F-boy, So, it's just like mixing the music, but to make it make sense,
Okay. Well,
hey, Norris.
Hey, Norris. I did not enjoy the album. Maybe I need to listen to the songs all the way through, but I just was not feeling it. So
a lot of people were saying that, and I think that for Chloe, I think it's a lot harder. Someone was saying something about her being a superstar before she doesn't have any singles and going on a full tour. But do you know that her first tour date that she sold out?
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. I just watched a clip of her and Drew Barrymore. I think it was on the Shade Room.
I've seen that, yeah.
And I love that so much because to me, she's such a good person, such a beautiful girl, and you want her to win. And hey, just simply the way that she feels is how a lot of us feel. We always second guess ourselves. Sometimes we feel like we don't deserve things. And I definitely want her to win.
The imposter syndrome?
Yes, the imposter syndrome. Yes. And so hopefully I'm not gonna say hopefully. I know she's gonna recover. She's too big of a star to me. She's already a big star, like you just said. She's already a big star. So I think she will recover.
Crystal said she said they don't approve everything she writes. She has a lot of music. Also, she also did a YouTube video. I forgot what the guy's name is. He does a lot of things with Coco Jones. But she talked about how she doesn't try to produce a lot of her music because she doesn't get paid for it. Because you can't produce on your own album and then get paid for it at the same time too. So Chloe has a lot of insight on the industry. So I think her letting people kind of control things because she doesn't get paid for it, it doesn't work for her. It doesn't really convey to us as an audience, or to you guys as an audience. It conveys to me. But I will say that for me, I love the album. There's a lot of people that are really fighting for Chloe on the internet right now because we are Chloe Bailey fans, and she's almost like a Beyonce, to be honest, in a stand space. It's like her stands; they stand for her, and the reason why is because we know that Chloe can sing. We know Chloe can make a bop. We love Chloe Bailey, but when it comes down to her albums, yes, it may not sound that great to you guys, but we also a lot of times when Beyonce comes with albums, you gotta listen to it a few times before you like really catch on to what she put out.
Like Beyonce versus her, to be honest.
I'll tell you, I still struggle with I Am Sasha Fierce. And I love Beyonce. I'm a Beyonce. I'm into Be High, baby, but I struggle with I Am Sasha Fierce to this day. So
love
on,
it.
Nihar.
And hey, Nihar. Let me see.
Okay.
I'm gonna look up the album. But we can go on to. Do you want to cover the serious topic now? Because I think Tae and Lou is gonna take some time. Yeah, Shanquilla.
Yeah. So let's just talk
So
about
let's-
Shanquilla.
yeah.
Let's talk about Shanquilla. So today it was released that there would be no charge, that no one's going to be charged here in the United States. It was also confirmed from the United States that the spinal cord fracture did not happen. And so now people are wondering, about Dejanay and whether, she actually unalived this young lady. For me, I'll say I just don't believe it. I'm sorry. Get somebody else to believe it, but it's not going to be me. I think that there's something going on. And I was watching Sean Davy Wade earlier today, and he was talking about that those friends were going to Mexico a lot before Shanquilla went to that trip. And who else did they take to Mexico? And were they like, is this like a setup to take their organs? And for me, this seems like this is a very weird case. And I don't want to, I'm not giving the Cabo 6 or the 5, whatever it is, a pass because the United States is not pressing charges. What I'm going to say is this: until we have full facts, because if Mexico was saying that there was a spinal cord fracture and the United States saying it's not, which one is true?
Yeah, for me, I'll just say this: as they say, it was a miscarriage of justice. Yet again, the Black woman, our life is not valued at all. And so I was like, when I saw that headline, because I saw it on the Shade Room first, when I saw that they would not be pressing charges against anybody, that was very disturbing to me. We all saw, and hey, Kristen, we all saw this young woman getting beat up in a hotel room, her naked body. Like I posted it on my channel, and YouTube banned it. We all saw this. So the fact that YouTube, what I posted, even though I blurred out her body, and the U.S. doesn't want to do anything about it, they don't want to hold anybody accountable, and these people are going to go free. It's disgusting. Like I just, it's like they think we're throwaway people. They think we don't mean nobody else, and it hurts. And even though this group of people, I don't know. I have a lot to say. We might need to do a separate show about this. Yes, Kanika Jenkins. Do y'all know? Well, let me tell you what Kanika Jenkins. I saw something on TikTok. Apparently, somebody came forward saying what actually happened, and these guys came and said that they actually R-word her and put her in the freezer. But they haven't. No one has looked into this. Oh yes, I saw that recently. That it was 3 guys. She was familiar with one, and they knew she was drunk.
That makes sense because do you remember when she was in that hotel room with them guys, and those girls were in there, and again,
but one of the guys was a worker for the hotel that she knew, so that it makes sense as to why the hotel was covering it up. So that situation needs to be reopened. But yet again, remember the FBI closed that case. They don't want to further investigate that. But there has been someone that has come forward and gave a statement saying that she was R-word by someone that she knew.
I believe that. Especially when there's a hotel involved and she was in that room. This is like the same thing. So I definitely agree with that. Just simply says, very disappointing. Shanquilla was brutally attacked. Cindy says, will Mexico charge them if the U.S. won't charge them? So that's what we're waiting on now because the U.S. has already ruled it out. So we're waiting on Mexico. What's going on to Jackie in the chat? And Crystal says, I believe it. So, yeah. What's going on to Fifi in the chat as well? Thank y'all for joining us. Make sure you guys hit the like button as you come on in. So yes, I believe that though, and I will never forget about Kanika Jenkins. When I tell you, I stayed up for nights trying to watch those videos, the shadows in that basement. You know who was sneaking around, the hotel room stuff. Like Kanika Jenkins was my first thing that I ever watched, where I was like so invested and what happened to this young lady, because I did not agree. It didn't sit right with me.
Yeah, that bothered me so much. We're from the Midwest, and we know what it's like up there. We know how the people are. The people up there are very different from people in the South. So it was very disturbing. It just, I don't know. It just reminded me of a family member or somebody that happening to them, and nobody wants to fess up what happened. And it was. I didn't like it. It disturbed me a lot. And it
scared me so much. Like I could not sleep at night.
Yeah, the Shanquilla situation disturbed me as well, because it did remind me of Kanika Jenkins. Hey, John. It was another case of a young Black woman being unalived in the setting. And what's so sad is it's in the setting of people that look like us.
Yes. So. And I think that the bigger thing is, like, these are Black women, and they're throwaway people. I think about this whole thing that's going on right now with the Freaknik thing, and how, there were men standing up saying, like, this is not right. These fraternities that were doing things. And what we should do is we should do a live about this, like, at another time. And I have to watch it yet. I've seen the clips. Freaknik was a freaky situation. And to be honest, I don't even know how that even happened. And it was okay to even happen. But it also shows the foundation of how this stuff was laid out. These men were vultures. These men were dogs. These men were freaking, oh my God. Like, I just can't even imagine being a woman at Freaknik. Like, and I don't even know why women even went to that. But I would never in my, like, I just cannot imagine sitting around as a man, seeing this happen in my face and not being disturbed.
But it reminds me of, I went to an HBCU. So it reminds me of, now they weren't as crazy, but it reminds me of the frat parties that we would have at HBCUs.
Yes.
They would be predatory. I remember, and I don't know if I told this story on your channel or not, but I went to a Q party to get in. To get in free, they wanted you to show your purple thong, and then when you go in there, they're like crawling on the floor with their shirts off, trying to smack you on the ass and all this other stuff. I literally was standing on a table, scared. Like I had never encountered.
Did you have a purple thong? Did you wear the purple thong?
No. One of my friends did, so we got in free because her booty was big.
Oh,
okay. But still,
listen,
that situation was very scary though, and just imagine it's times 10 at Freaknik. So, but when I was around that time in the 90s, when Freaknik, I think one of the last years that it happened, we were still in high school, so we were too young to go. But at one time I wanted to go because they make it seem like it was this whole it's spring break for Black folks.
Yeah,
that looked like
a rite of passage to go.
Yes, but it just got so. I don't know what it is. I don't know when the element changed. So I cannot wait. Yes, I cannot wait to see this documentary on Hulu. The only thing that is pissing me off is the Black men that are saying, "Oh, your mamas and aunties, are you ready to see them?" And my thought is, like everybody else, what about your uncles and daddy who were predatory, who are word women, which is why we no longer have Freaknik. So
my best friend, he posted that on Facebook 2 days ago, and I said that's the part y'all don't want to talk about. It's not about, because I heard them like justifying why, because of how the women were dressed. But to be honest, and I'll say this, in the gay community, we have Freaknik at the club every weekend. We have different events. We have this thing called Deviant. We have Folsom Street Fair, where literally, like, you don't wear anything. It's like leather. It's jock straps. You have like leather, like harnesses and stuff on. People aren't getting R-worded. You know what I'm saying? So just because people are dressed that way doesn't give you the right to violate them. And I feel like these men, but these are also barbaric men from like the 90s and the 80s as well, that are adults.
No, my husband can tell you about the what was it in Indiana? His Kappa conference, whatever it was. But the Kappas do something in Indiana where they have a conclave for their fraternity, and it was in Indianapolis. It was in Indianapolis, and he said the men were like vultures. He never wanted to go again. And my husband is a playboy boy himself, which I don't want to go into that, but he hated the fact that the men were like vultures and just crazy, and any woman that crossed their path, they were on them. And that is like, I don't know why
we watch it on frequency though. That's the thing. But also, you know that I also pledged a fraternity.
What did you pledge?
We'll talk about it offline. I never finished it. Huh? I've talked about it before.
I said that's a story.
Yes. I pledged.
What did you pledge? Alpha.
I did.
Isn't that crazy that I knew? And my husband just said I knew it. Yeah, you look like you played Alpha.
I did. Originally, I did play. I wanted to pledge Kappa, but I was friends with more Alphas, and then I did my research on the different fraternities. I knew that Alpha was like the first fraternity and things like that. So I appreciated what they stood for. As time went on, I think going through the process that you're not supposed to go through, I kind of backed out, and I dropped out of school at the same time because I just didn't feel comfortable, because with the stuff that we were going through during the process, I didn't like it. And so when they were doing stuff to us, I did stuff to them. Like one time, I'll tell the story. This will be it. So one time, we went over to one of our frat's house, and his girlfriend just had a baby, and they were like, "Oh, the baby wants some grapes." I'm like, "This is a brand new baby. Why the baby need grapes?" And the person I was online with, he was like, "Oh, let's go get some grapes." I'm like, "Bro, the baby is this is like a baby just got to the hospital. There's no grapes happening here. Like that doesn't make any sense." But he went. And so what they did was try to separate us, and which they did because he was so eager to do everything they told him to do. And I'm very rebellious, period, in my own life. So he went, and so they separated us. So they asked me to go to the store, to the gas station, to get a Black and Mild. And so I ended up riding the car with them because he had left me. So I went in the car with them, and they had a whole jar of change in the back seat. And they gave me some change to get a Black and Mild. But when they decided, they left me at the gas station. And they took my cell phone and everything. So at the time, I was like, okay, cool. I mean, I know my I called her my cousin. I called her my cousin at the time, but I knew her phone by heart. There was a payphone. So the money they gave me for the Black and Mild, I used the quarter, and I called her, and I said, come get me from this gas station. I said, I don't know where I'm at. I asked the gas station attendant what the address was. They told her. She had picked me up. I said, so since they want to play these games, what I'm going to do is this. I'm lost. And I was lost for 2 weeks.
Wow.
The whole time, even the person I was online with, I never called him either, because I'm like, this was so dumb. Like, a brand new baby needs grapes. Like, are you using your brain? And so they were so mad. They were frantic. I didn't even stay. I stayed at my ex-girlfriend's house at the time. Well, she was my girl. She was my ex at the time. I stayed at her house the entire time. They kept asking, have they seen me? Everybody was like, no, they haven't seen me. I didn't go to class, anything, because I'm like, this is dumb. Like, don't leave someone at a gas. Because what if y'all drop me at a gas station and something happens to me?
Exactly.
It doesn't. And so
yeah,
they made us take a break, because they were so scared of what happened to me for 2 weeks. And I'm like, see, your one night of fun turned into 2 weeks of terror for you. And so then our dean, he came to us. We went to play pool one night. He was like, let's just get this over with. They were tired of me, because I'm like, if y'all want to play games, let's play games too. Like, I'm not the person to do this shit with. So get somebody else to do it. Okay.
Right. Yeah, the sorority thing, initially I wanted to pledge, and I have my own story time about that, but no, I ended up not doing it. So I can't.
Till this day, I still would join the Alpha fraternity though, because I do love what they stand for though. It's just that whole thing that you're not supposed to do. I'm not gonna say the word of it, but it's just too much. Like, to be a brother, you got to do all this. I have to do this in my own damn family. Like, I'm definitely not doing it with y'all. Like,
it's one thing to do it mentally, but to physically harm people for this is wrong.
I can tell you stories, girl. I can tell you stories. Maybe I do that on my blog channel.
A story time.
Yeah, yes.
Just make sure you say your name.
When I tell you, like, my whole ass was a purple, black, hard ass shell.
No, I believe it. I've heard stories about that. and not to bring up my husband again, but he's dealt with that. So,
and I've been to many colleges, so no one can pinpoint where I was at. So that's why I'm okay with talking about it, because the guys were amazing guys. I know they were doing what they were supposed to do for the fraternity. So I would never even badmouth them or trash them, because I did. Those are still to this day, like some of them are my really good friends. But it was just like there was one. Well, I'll tell my story time. But I have some really good stories about that.
Yeah.
So
look at some of these comments before we move on. I want to talk about Tae.
So just really saying, oh wow, Crystal Ross is crying. Don't cry, y'all. I'm good. Just simply says right. Jay Esco, what's going on? Jay Esco says hi, so Deb in the candy shop. Sassy P says sorry that happened to you, so Deb. Let me go back up. Cindy says, did you see the footage of Kanye recording? Yes, I did see that. That girl is so uninterested. Kanye West. So there was this girl twerking in front of them. She looked so uninterested. Like she was just like, I'm here to dance. I just came here to dance. And that's it. She looked like she did not even want to twerk. It was like she was so bored. She got up and then she just walked away. But Kanye West was sitting there recording it. I seen a video where some guy put a phone underneath some girl's dress.
What?
Where was
this at? Freaknik?
This was all on Instagram. Yes, for Freaknik.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Let's do a separate live about this, because this is very interesting.
Yeah. Oh, I would love to do it, because a lot of people are talking about it, about Freaknik. So yeah, I would love to do it.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. I would love to do that. Huh?
Yeah. I said maybe tomorrow we can go.
Oh yeah, I'm down. I will watch the documentary tonight before I go to bed. I'm down for it.
Yeah. Well, it's not out yet on Hulu, but they do have a True Life Freaknik on YouTube from 1998. I watched it. They have AV True Life did an episode about Freaknik in 1998, and it's on YouTube. The Hulu version is not on. I mean, it has not come out yet. It's Candy interviewing Nick Can't. Mims. And hey, Mims.
You talking about because of my hair, right?
I do want to say congratulations to Mims. Mims is one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen on YouTube. I'm just gonna say that. Other than So Deb, Mims is a beautiful person as well.
When we met Mims, actually, Mims was amazing. Like Mims gave us a lot of advice. I mean, Mims came up after we did, but Mims was giving us a lot of advice on our channels and how to do things. Even when I did my interview with Moniece, Mims was like, "You should do this." Like, Mims is a really great person to know outside of YouTube. Very genuine person. So shout out to Mims for hitting that 40K, and I'm excited to see you keep growing, bro. Like, that is amazing.
Yes, very genuine person, very real. Yes, and he's at 40K because he's him. Is so yeah.
And he likes to get into the next.
Yeah, Mims interviewed me about my other woman story when I was a side chick. I was a side chick at one time.
I've seen that.
So, but yes, let's get into this Tae and Lou. I'm ready to talk about that.
All right, so y'all, I don't know. I know that some of you guys in the comments earlier said that you guys have seen Tae and Lou, but this is a whole shit show. Okay, so Tae and Lou is a lesbian couple. They do mukbang videos. For a year, they've been on YouTube for I think they said 5 years.
Yeah, I've been following them for 4 years, so I didn't know that it had only been 5 years.
Yes. Well, I know she said that it's had to be 5 years because I think they were broke up the sixth year. So Tae and Lou, amazing. They have over 1 million subscribers on their channel. I mean, 2 beautiful women doing mukbang videos. And as you watch, you're thinking, wow, this is such an amazing looking couple. To build a channel of mukbangs and making this money together. This, like, it looks like relationship goals if you're a lesbian, right? So was it last year?
No, like 6 months ago.
Yeah, this year. Well, I think they stopped making videos at the beginning of the end of last year.
Yeah.
They stopped making videos, which they always took breaks. We never knew why. They just came back and said we weren't in a good place, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So they never said, what we are about to experience, y'all. So let me pull up the actual channel so you guys can see it. It's not even called Tae and Lou anymore. It's called Thang Thang Gang. Did you know that?
Yeah. I saw a TTG because that's what they call their subscribers. Thang Thang Gang.
I think that's effed up that she's even taking that, but
What?
I'm gonna build a bridge and get over it.
Oh goodness. So I mean, I'll say this with both of them, I'm very neutral. Both of them are toxic. So I think it makes sense to name it Thang Thang Gang. And not the name of either one of them.
I think if it was both of them, I would agree with that. But it's because of her by herself? Absolutely not. No. So this is the channel. They have a 1.46 million subscribers. These are their videos. I mean, these are millions of views on this channel, y'all. If you watch this, they look, well, I'm gonna say like towards the beginning of this, they look very happy. As time goes on, did you ever feel like Lou looked like she was declining?
No. I'll say this. Like I said, I followed them for 4 years. When I started on YouTube, well, I'm not gonna say when I started, but when I started watching YouTube regularly, this is the community I watched. So it was them, B Love, and a couple other mukbangers that I watched. To me, Tae was always the personality of them, and Lou just seemed, I don't know, it just seemed like YouTube wasn't for her. Like Tae always had to bring out her personality. If y'all watch them and y'all know them, remember Lou is a picky eater. She did cook a lot of their food. She cooked, but it just seemed like she didn't want to be there. Like every mukbang I watched, it was always her trying some food, or I don't know. And then when I started to,
Lou looked unhappy.
Yeah, when they started to open up more, we found out Tae was exactly Lou was the cook. That's what I knew them as. When they started to open up more, we find out that Lou has a daughter. She's not raising this daughter. They moved to Delaware because I knew at one point they were living in Delaware, and a lot of it just didn't make sense to me. Like it just seemed unbalanced, and I could feel the energy that it was off. But they went up there. Excuse my daughter for crying. They went up there and they would go on and try to act like everything was okay when it wasn't.
Let her be upset about Tae and Lou breaking up. It's okay. But yeah, when they moved to Delaware, I knew something was wrong because I knew that's where Lou was from. And I felt like Lou was trying to get back to where she could be safe at without with them breaking up, without not having nowhere else to go, which originally probably that's really what it was after seeing everything that's happening. I should have left this up. So let me go back to their channel, or to Tae's channel now. Okay, so
sometimes, and excuse my daughter, I'm sorry, y'all, because she's being very dramatic. I think she's sleepy and won't go to sleep. But it would be times when Tae would go live by herself, and Lou wouldn't be there.
And Lou would go live something by herself too. So they put up this video right here, basically trying to cover up what's going on with them, saying, "Hey, y'all, we broke up. We're friends. Lou was depressed. She was drinking through her depression. Tae was gambling through the depression of Lou. Tae was talking to all the girls from the channel, flirting with them. Like it was just a clusterfuck of stuff that was happening."
Tae to me had, and not to cut you off, Tae to me had a gambling problem before Lou. Like if y'all watch them, it was.
But no, I'm talking about that happened. But let's start at this video right now. Then let's get into all that.
Okay. All right.
Before this video, we thought everything was fine. Tae and Lou take breaks all the damn time, so we just knew Tae and Lou's taking another damn break. So then we get this video of the reason why we broke up. Now we all like, well, y'all broke the fuck up? Like what happened? We don't know. So they're sitting here looking friendly. Hey, we're friends and we're gonna do the channel together. I was depressed. I was gambling. I had an alcohol problem. I had a gambling problem. I was dealing with all the women from the TTG family on TikTok. And so we're like, oh, okay, well, I mean, at least you guys are okay, and you know, whatever. Little did we know that Tae is sitting over here. Tae is the one in the black, sitting over here festering because she feels like she's being misportrayed. And I'm gonna tell you a story about why I know that Tae is toxic for me. But never knowing that Tae is sitting here giggling and laughing, thinking that, hey, this is not the right story. She doesn't feel like the right story because after this was over with, they trashed her ass. Because they was like, well, Lou was sitting there depressed and some of these girls on the internet.
But this is the thing, though. While Lou was depressed, though, her depression, and Tae did a video recently where she went live. Lou's depression was not her laying around in bed. Lou was an alcoholic.
No, I'm talking about just this video right here. Before we get to all that.
Well, no.
Lou admitted to her drinking in this video.
No, but did she admit to being violent because she abused Tae?
Candy shot. Hold on, you jumping ahead of the game. I'm jumping ahead of the game. We're just dealing with this video right here. The bomb has not dropped yet. Okay. We're dealing with this right here. Okay. So the candy shot has spoiled half the damn video now. But right here, it's like we're all fine. I have a drinking problem. She has a gambling problem. We're working on our lives. Everything is cool. Because what was supposed to happen from here was they were going to be friends and do the channel together. So Tae, the one in the black, has been festering. She's upset. My God, people are coming against me because Lou was depressed and no one is with me because now I done let this girl sit in this room depressed and I'm up here talking to these girls because this is what she said in the video. This is a 2-part video. And she said while Lou was in the room depressed, Lou said that Tae was going to sleep on the phone with these girls and waking up on the phone with these girls. She had no time for Lou at all. The little time they did have, Tae had no time for her. So after the cameras went off, Tae started festering. Oh my God, I look like an asshole. Oh my God, they're going to blame me. And then they started blaming her in the chat. So then Tae called Lou because they went to the 3rd video that never ever happened. So Tae comes back onto YouTube and she posts another damn video. So let's go back to this because I'm not going to play the video because I'm going to get in trouble. She posts this one. We can't be friends.
Oh, I was going to say.
Now.
We built the TikTok video.
Huh?
I sent you the TikTok. It was shortened, but I guess I didn't know she posted it on YouTube.
Oh, wait, send it to me again because I don't have it.
Well, I sent it to your phone. I sent it to your phone. Because this is my thing. Both of them had situations going on.
You sent me the fighting videos.
No, but I sent you. I thought I sent you Tae's.
That's all I have for you, video wise. The fighting.
No, I thought I sent you Tae's video of her going live, and she's crying about the fact that people are blaming her for They're blaming her for leaving Lou while she's depressed.
You can pull it up and share. Pull it up and share.
Okay, let's see if I can find it on TikTok. I'm gonna mute myself because my kids are being kids. So hold on just for a second. See if I can pull it up.
This is very messy and it gets worse. Wait. Let me pull up my favorite clip. Where is it at? Oh, here we go.
If anything it went from worse to worse, sir.
It went from worse to worse, sir. Okay. This gets so bad, y'all. And then you got to start determining what happened. Nobody wins when the family, listen. 1 million subscribers to eat food real loud and click your fingers. Listen, mukbang videos are a thing. People love that. Just D can tell you because Just D does mukbang videos. The receipts are crazy, yes. And did you realize that she took down the video where she was showing the money that she gave to Lou? Mim says, don't let the commercial play. That can get your channel straight. I'm not even gonna play it. I can talk about it freehandly. Hey, so what's going on, Jada Holiday? Worser is not a word. Listen, according to my girl over here,
if anything it went from worse to worse, sir.
Okay, my girl said what worse to worser, and so we're gonna go with the fact that she said it wasn't worse. Okay, so if Kenzo can find it, because I would love to see her crying. She's always crying though.
I found it. I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
share it and I'm gonna pause it in certain parts just so we can give commentary, just so we won't get struck.
Okay. Oh, let me take this down.
So let me go ahead and share. Kanara, can you put the kids up?
Hey, y'all get y'all some popcorn, get y'all a drink because this is messy and we need some time for this. Okay. This is the beginning.
Okay, can you see it?
Now, do I have to share it or do you have to share it? Or can I? Who has to do it?
You don't see me sharing?
I can see it, but I can see it in the background. I'll see it up on the line.
Add it to the line. I think you have to. Okay.
Okay.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah, I've seen this. I've seen this.
So I'm about to play it because it's on YouTube, I guess. I don't know, but we'll
But
see
it's
what.
well, we can share from TikTok though.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to play it, and I'm gonna mute myself real quick.
What's up, TTG? It's Tae from around the way. Here's what I'm eating today. I got king crab, lobster, and the sauce that I made. This video is going to be a difficult video for me, but I'm gonna get through it. And after this video, then I can come back for good. There's been a big barrier holding me back from being on YouTube, and I'm gonna explain it in a little bit. Let me take a bite first. Pray for me, y'all, in this video. Pray for me because I gotta make it through. I gotta make it through the video. Hold up. All right, let's go for some king crab. I figured I might as well have my favorites today, or whatever the case may be, if I gotta talk about this, but I am going to talk about it. It's been long overdue, so we'll talk. If you guys want to know the recipe to this scampi sauce, let me know. All right. Spicy. Spicy. Okay, the subject that I have to talk about today is not the best, but it's been what's been holding me back from making videos on here, and I've wanted to make videos on here for so long now. The last time you saw me, I made a video with my previous partner, which you guys obviously know, about the reason we broke up. And what you guys don't know is after that video, I really experienced some things. I experienced some things, y'all. In that video, I honestly felt like I was made to look like a dickhead. A dickhead. Let me explain what I mean by that. Let me eat a lobster tail, and let me explain basically the best truth I can give, so you guys could see why I'm so hurt, or why I was so hurt, because since then, the time that I took apart from YouTube and sought help and all of that stuff, yeah, we'll get to it. My scampi sauce is given. Okay, the napkins. Hold on. All right, so to hear the story be told, based on our video, it appears that the reason that Lou and I broke up was because she was very depressed and she didn't do anything, or whatever the case may be. And as a result, I became withdrawn from her, and like basically I left her in her depression in the room, and I kind of just ventured towards another group of women until we fell apart.
You want to pause it? We can.
When I tell you guys, some of the laughter that you guys other video really stem from the fact.
Okay, we can pause it for now. So she's been eating, and she's getting into the conversation of how she's being blamed for their fallout.
For what
and this is why Let me just say this though. To me, it's no right or wrong person. They are both toxic.
I agree. I do agree with that. But I feel like her sitting here saying that she's been blamed for.
She has been blamed. So then,
well, no,
now you lie.
Wait. She's talking about from that video. From that video, Lou was very upfront. Now they didn't talk about everything that happened, but Tae had every clearance to say what she wanted to say because she was every time that Lou was saying something. You guys go and watch it. It's on. It's called Thang Thang Gang now, but look at Tae and Lou. This TTG comes up every time.
I was gonna say if they want the expedited version of it, it's on TikTok.
Yeah, but if you want to see the full video, it is on YouTube. But when Lou was talking, because this is what I want them to see, she's like, "Oh, I didn't know you're gonna be dishonest." Wow, and like, she's shocked that Lou was being dishonest. So all of a sudden, because after we watch this, I'm gonna tell you why I don't do this at all, because this is narcissism in its finest.
Yeah, I do think Tae is a narcissist, but she was a personality. I don't think Lou ever wanted to do. Well, I'm not gonna say she didn't want to do YouTube, but YouTube was not for her. If you truly watched him, if you're a true fan, you can see YouTube was not for Lou. She should have stayed just cooking, and Tae should have had the YouTube channel, and that's my opinion. But I'll go ahead and play the rest.
Did you see the video that Lou put up about when they were arguing in the car?
No, I didn't see that.
See, and that's what I'm saying. So go ahead. I'm gonna find it while we're doing it.
Okay.
Fact that I knew that wasn't the situation, and it really hurt my feelings so bad that that's kind of how I was portrayed, especially considering that I spent most of my working years, like before I became an entrepreneur, most of my office working years as a social worker, who literally the job was to help people get through their depression or whatever other mental illnesses they were dealing with. It just really fucked me up. It fucked me up bad. I'm not gonna get emotional. The truth of the matter is when Lou was depressed and drinking, because that was the real issue for me. When she was drinking, I did not experience a person that just laid in the bed. Okay? That's not what I experienced. If you guys have ever had somebody that you love drink a lot, they can respond in a lot of different ways. Some people just like to be off to themselves. And when I tell you I would have much rather preferred that, I could have dealt with that. Some people become hypersexualized. Some people like to party until they pass out. And some people like to fight. Some people like to fight. I'm about to lose my appetite. Let me eat one more thing before I lose my appetite, because I'm just like, mind y'all, like I
want to pause this so there, because this is where Tae gets me. Anytime you physically harm somebody, that's taking it to the next step. But I'll go ahead and continue.
I sought for real help regarding the situation because I didn't know how to process what was happening to me in regards to the story that was told and what I actually experienced. It's a nice piece of crab. Thanks, crab. This is a banging sauce. Mm-hmm. I have some Riesling for this. The real situation is this, straight up, because I'm not going to be made to feel like I didn't experience what I experienced and I didn't have a reason to leave. And I felt so much guilt leaving. But the truth of the matter is, towards the end of our relationship, now we had a very tumultuous relationship, you already know that, but towards the end of our relationship, the drinking got really bad on her end, right? and no, she was not just depressed laying in the bed. If she was just depressed laying in bed, I would have been with her to kingdom come. I would have worked through every single depression. I would have taken her to whatever therapy she needed to attend to. I would have stayed. That's not the problem. The problem with people sometimes when they drink is that they get very handsy and it's not safe. Okay. I was not in a safe situation. And I hate the fact that I allowed myself to tell a story like that, knowing that's not what happened. And to really fucking feel like it's happening again, bro. I would never leave somebody because they're depressed. But if I'm not safe anymore and I'm asking you to stop drinking because you're turning into another person, and I'm finding, and we're making agreements to have a sober house, but I'm finding like liquor.
I want to pause, so Deb, because this is my thing with this situation. So we cannot discount the fact that she was abused.
I don't discount that at all.
And even though she might seem like a narcissist, she does not deserve to be abused. And that's the part that, well, I say both of them are toxic. They need help, but I wish they would have separated long before what's transpired today. But yeah. I'm not going to ignore the fact, because let me tell y'all this. On TikTok, there's a video of Lou and her rant and whatever.
There's lots of videos of Lou.
Yeah, and her abuse to Tae. So no, to me, nobody deserves to be physically harmed.
But for me, I think they were abusing each other. That's the point that I'm making.
Tae mentally, but
no. What happens is what happens is this: Tae turns on the camera while Lou's doing it to her. Tae doesn't. I mean, Tae turns on the phone while Lou's doing it to her. Lou doesn't have a phone to record Tae at all because Lou talks about it, and we actually see a video of Lou taking Tae's phone. Tae taking Lou's phone from her because of stuff that Tae said. But that's what I'm saying. Like, this is not a situation of a one-sided situation of DV. This is a two-sided street where they were doing the same thing to each other.
Well, I'm waiting for Lou to put the videos up.
I agree. It was on both sides. It was because I'll play Lou's stuff. So go ahead and play this.
Okay, I'll finish it out.
Okay.
In random places, knowing that you're still drinking and knowing that I'm gonna have to watch over my neck, and now I'm going out of the house and going to gamble because I don't want to be home because I'm scared. Like that can't happen, right? I can't go out like that. I'm sorry, y'all. And this is the main reason why Lou and I can't proceed, because I talked to her about this situation and I kind of was made to feel like, well, you did the video and that's the story that we're going to tell, kind of like, and I don't like that. Like, I don't like feeling like I didn't experience what I experienced. If I'm willing to put out, the gambling addiction that incurred as a result of everything we were going through, then I feel like, I mean, can we, be fair? Be fair to me, because I worked through everything with you, right? So after that happened, I knew we were never going to make YouTube videos again, because I talked to her about it. And I was like, listen, it can't be told like this. Like, this can't be the case. Like, we both know that's not what happened. I didn't just leave you and run to a group of girls. These group of girls helped me escape the situation. They were my fantasy. And I'm not even talking sexually, y'all. We literally were having, it wasn't sexually, okay? They're my friends, just my friends. But to have something to know that I could be loved, and this is not the extension of your love. Like, that's not what's supposed to happen to you. I'm not gonna get too much into my family history, but let's just say I never wanted to be a part of a situation like that. And I know our situation was very tumultuous, but I wanted everything in me for it to stop. Like, I wanted all of it to be finished. Like, I wanted I wanted us to get better. So I tried everything. I was like, I'll stop drinking with you. Let's just make sure, let's not have any liquor in the house whatsoever. Let's do stuff because I knew it was the liquor. But at the end of the day, it's your choice to drink liquor. And then when you black out and I'm scared for my freaking life because I don't know what's going to happen, like either you're going to go, I'm going to go to jail, or one of us going. What's up, TTG? It's Tay.
Let's stop this because this is I can't listen to the sob story.
Let me go to the restroom real. I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick.
Before you even get into this, even if what she said lastly was true, on the video that I just showed you guys when they did that whole thing when they were trying to come together as friends and do the YouTube channel, they were drinking on that same damn video. So she was not trying to help Lou stop drinking. She wanted Lou to drink more so she could do YouTube with her. And that's where I stand at with this whole situation, because watching them for the years that I've watched them, Lou never looked happy. Lou looked very depressed. And I know Just D as follows them, so she knows what I'm talking about. Lou never looked really happy at all. She was very depressed. And as you keep listening to these stories, you realize that there's a lot of different addictions that's going on here. Tae, the girl you guys just watched, she's addicted to YouTube and the money from YouTube, which the money they were making, I could have probably understand it. Like, they were making a lot of money from YouTube. The big kicker is this: she never paid that girl any money from that channel.
What has Lou said though? Do we know this is true?
I will play what Lou said.
Okay.
Lou admitted in the video before this. This is why Tae's trying to do. So let me explain to you why I know that Tae's a liar, or that she's a manipulator. I'll say that. So when me and my ex broke up, we did an interview with these guys in Atlanta, right? And the whole thing was like basically like us after we broke up, because we were public figures in the church world and the LGBT affirming church world. And so we did an interview. He was like, hey, we're going to go in there and talk about how we are good friends after us breaking up, which we weren't really good friends at the time. And I hope the guy, don't see that we're really cool now. But so we did this interview. It was on YouTube. It went viral in our community. He looked horrible in it because I went in being honest. I'm like, listen, I apologize for these things. It wasn't the best relationship. I don't know what the future looks like for us, whatever. This man was so mad at everyone after this had got over with that he started doing the same thing that Tae's doing. He did the same stuff. So this is why I have a big problem with Tae. And then when Lou brings up these videos, so let's pull up Lou's videos. And there's 3 from TikTok.
Turn my camera off for a second.
All right, you good?
Oh, not unfortunately. That was an act of aggression to me. This girl comes and rushes up to me, snatches my iPad out my hand. I wouldn't have mind the "who are you talking to" question.
So before we get into this, because this starts at a certain place. So Lou is talking about her sitting at the end of Tae's bed when they had first met. They didn't date, y'all. They were together for I think a week and moved in together. When they moved in together, they moved into Tae's ex-girlfriend's home with another girl that Tae had dated as well. So 2 of Tae's exes lived in the house with Tae and now Lou. So Lou has a daughter. And so Lou's on the phone. Lou doesn't have, matter of fact, Lou doesn't even have a phone. She's on her iPad talking to her best friend. She's crying because she misses her daughter. And so Tae gets mad with her because Tae is like basically waking her up in the middle of the night crying on the phone. She doesn't say, what's wrong with you? Nothing like that. She gets mad. She walks out the room. She comes back in the room and she tries to take Lou's iPad. So now let me get back to this video.
Oh, not unfortunately. That was an act of aggression to me. This girl comes and rushes up to me, snatches my iPad out my hand before she can act. I wouldn't have mind the "who are you talking to" question. But where she triggered me, because yet again, that's not the way I was raised. You do not run up on me like that, number one. And then number two, you will not take something that is mine out of my hand in a forceful manner. That's just not what's going to happen. That will always put me on the alert. That will always put me into I will go. You should have asked me first. I don't mind answering questions, but what you won't do is aggress me first, because I will finish it. And that is that.
So what she's saying is that when Tae came into the room, after leaving out because she was crying on the phone, she was concerned about Tae. I keep getting these girls' names mixed up. Tae wasn't concerned about Lou crying on the phone about her daughter because she didn't know. She thought that Lou was on the phone talking to another girl. So when she came back into the room, she tried to snatch her iPad out of the phone, out of her hands, and wondering who she's on the phone on the iPad talking to. Lou was like, if you wanted to know who I was talking to, you could have just asked me. Because Lou is a New Yorker, and I think she lived in Delaware as well. Her friend's from Delaware. So she's like reacting to her like, girl, what are you doing? Like, so this is what's happening right here. She's like, you could have just asked me who I was talking to instead of like snatching my iPad out of my phone. So that's what Lou is saying right now.
She snatched it from out of my hand and asked me who I was talking to. I hopped up. I began to explain to her, she was new to me. I began to explain to her, like, listen, I'm crying about my daughter. Like, I'm crying about my daughter to my best friend. This girl proceeds to hang up my phone on my best friend, tosses it to the side. I ran up on her because I'm trying to stop her from tossing the only daggone form of communication I have with my child.
Her only form of communication with her child. Like, nothing else really matters at this point, but she doesn't have any communication because she doesn't have a cell phone, y'all. In earlier videos, they talk about the fact that when Tae met her, she didn't have a phone, so she had to go to Wi-Fi to talk to even Tae on anything. So her daughter, her family, they all communicate with her on this iPad when she's around Wi-Fi. Even Tae made a joke about her having to go to Krispy Kreme or Dunkin' Donuts or something like that to go to the Wi-Fi to talk to people. So Tae knows what she's doing. This is what my issue is with Tae. So I want to make sure you guys know what's happening here and why Lou was giving this explanation, because this is like this. There's more before this actual video. Also, this is how I know that Lou's not a bad person. Lou took his videos down. No one really even recorded the entire thing. You can't find the entire video on YouTube, any kind of social media at all. Tae still has all her videos up about Lou right now. You can't find any of Tae's videos.
So you think Tae is bad?
Huh?
You think Tae is bad?
I think Tae is very toxic. She's toxic as hell, and I think, we're gonna go through this because I'm gonna show you why I think that she's toxic. Because Tae, she's a gaslighter, and she's a manipulator because she knew this girl. This is the beginning of the relationship before any fights happen. Because even Tae admitted this. There's no fights that happened before this situation that Lou's talking about right now. No fight has ever happened. Tae ran up on her, took her iPad from her. Her only source of communication to anybody outside of Tae. How you feel about somebody doing that to you? No fight has happened. Tae admitted this. Candy Chef, I'm talking to you. Are you there? Hello? Hello? Or we're going to keep on going.
The only form of communication I have with anything, with my friends, my lifeline, she was about to toss it. So I run up on her to get her to not toss my stuff, and the tussle begins, and then the swings begins, and then the fight commences. And it will always happen like that if you ever, and I'm so sorry, this is not me trying to be aggressive. Oh, I'm not saying nothing of the sort. All I'm saying to you is that it's not going to go down like that with me, and it never will. Ever.
So here you see that like Lou, like she's honest about everything that's happened. Lou was honest on that first live that we just watched with her and Tae as well. So when you're looking at the situation, Tae has not told the truth at all. She blames Lou for everything. It's Lou's fault. It's Lou's fault. Lou did everything. I was just this angel. I don't think she was saying about her gambling problem. But once we get to the end of this, you guys will really see the real problem. House Princess says, "I'm not violent, but you will get these hands." Exactly, and that's what Lou. That's basically what Lou was saying. She's like, "I'm not a violent person, but don't run up on me and then you're still my only source of communication, my family. Girl, get somebody else to do it." They are both toxic. They are very both toxic. I do agree with that too, but I feel like Tay has a lot more toxicity than Lou does. I think that the reason why Lou drunk so much, she was extremely depressed because she was being so controlled by Tay. And the more that you listen to the stuff that Lou and Tay say, you can pinpoint what's happening in this relationship. Fifi says, "I keep forgetting you both are like, oh, yes, yes."
No, I
So
think
crazy stuff. Yes.
can I say this? I think they were both toxic people before they got together. I don't think one caused the other. I think they were broken people that got together that it just got even worse by two.
Have you ever heard this from Lou? Have you even listened to what Lou said?
Why doesn't Lou have her daughter?
They go into this. Lou talks about it.
So you don't think any of Lou's behavior is why she doesn't have her daughter?
Lou says that that's why.
So that means something was wrong with her prior to Tay.
Lou didn't have anything. She was something model.
What I'm saying is, I think they were two broken people that got together, and it got even worse because they were both broken and didn't heal from whatever they had going on. So,
and that could be true, but once they got into this, Tay seen a cash cow, and she used it as.
I don't think Tay. Well, and I'll just say this, Deb.
I don't know. When I play this last part of this video, you want to understand why I'm saying this.
But let me just say this.
Tay's not her cash cow.
Can I say this though? How was Tay seeing Lou as a cash cow when Tay was the personality of their channel? Like Lou didn't add anything, but she cooked.
Candy, when I show you this last video, you're gonna understand why.
Okay.
But I want to get through Lou's 2 other videos about things that happened with her and Tay. I mean, if you have anything to play about from Tay, you can play that. But what Lou says, it makes a lot of sense. And even what Tay says, it makes sense of why Lou was so depressed. This lady that she was dating, she did have a job, but she is addicted to gambling. Do you know that Tay is $100,000 in debt right now? Did you know that?
I can believe that, but she's probably recouping it with YouTube. They have 1.4.
She's not. She wants Lou to come onto the channel with her to recoup it together because she can't do it by herself. Allegedly, that's what she said. That's what she said.
To me, they are both broken, and I'm not going to.
They are both broken.
They both seem toxic.
We're not disagreeing. Yeah. But what I want you to understand is that this narcissist person found a cash cow on YouTube because she also admits they're both lazy. So it's not just Lou, it's her too.
Yeah, no.
Tay says in her own mouth on this video. I'm gonna show you.
I want to tell you, it's not just Tay.
I mean, it's not just Tay.
Yeah.
No, it's not just Lou. No, I'm saying Lou's not just lazy. Tay's lazy too. And Tay says it in the video I'm about to show you in a minute.
Okay.
This is Tay saying this.
We'll watch.
So let's finish. I want to finish watching Lou's videos. And if you want to show anything else, we can show the videos of them fighting, all that stuff. We can show all of it. But for me, even when we watch those videos, Tay antagonizes her the entire time. When somebody is drunk, I don't care if they're an alcoholic or not. You don't antagonize anyone when they're sober or when they're drunk. And when she's drunk, she's antagonizing about her daughter, about her. It's too much. So let's watch the second part of this video.
I was with her for 6 years. I never had anything, not one key. And you guys, we were making thousands and thousands of dollars together.
And mind y'all, I'm playing this video from somebody else's channel, and they don't feel the same way that Tay feels. So I'm gonna keep going.
She gave me none of it. She gave me not one key to not one apartment. Every time we had an argument, You guys, our fight usually result, honestly, 9 times out of 10 because she took my phone. Because she would take my phone. She was.
Mims, this hair, when she first had this hair on, it looked amazing. And then when they started going through this hair went from worse to worse. Okay.
Say because she paid for it, she's taking it. Now, you guys, I never understood it. I never understood it. You say you're the head of this household. You say you're daddy, and I need to refer to you as such. However, you don't act like one. You
And she makes her call her daddy on the channel, y'all, by the way.
act like a child. Every time we get into a regular argument, every time we get into a regular relationship argument, my phone was taken. You guys, everyone was used to not hearing from me for months. And no, she would not take my phone for months, but what she would do is she would take my phone, and then what will happen is it'll take days and days and days for me to get that phone back. And then once I finally get the phone back, then I have to work. Then I'm so emotionally distressed because I haven't spoken to nobody in 5 days, and I have to return all 5 text messages from all these people who check up on me every day. But no, my phone has been gone for 5 days, so I have to lie about this and lie about that. You guys, the thing was the phone. She took it every single time. I used to hide it. I used to do everything because as soon as we started arguing, the moment I felt our argument was about to start, you guys, I would start to slowly tuck my phone somewhere. I will hide it in the refrigerator. I don't hid my phone in, y'all, I've literally hid my phone in kitty litter. I remember it. I hid it in kitty litter because I knew once we get down, she's going to look for my phone. I knew she was going to look in that kitty litter, John, but y'all, she found it. She found it. She literally found it in the kitty litter. Anyway, that's.
Let me pull up this from the Instagram because so that y'all know that she's not lying about this. What is it? Dang, what channel? Oh man, I hate sending myself emails from.
And we need to do a part 2 because I'm gonna have to get off soon. But we might need to cover this tomorrow along with the freak dick.
Wait, I want to show this though.
Yeah. But like I said, while
we should have just did it about Tae and Lou. I knew that because this is a long story.
I know, and it's gonna take 2 parts, but I feel like both of them. No one is better than the other with them, to me.
But no, there's actual evidence of what she's saying. It's true because they have there's video evidence of this.
So let me say this: there's evidence of Tae being abused by Lou. So
absolutely. So that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not going to sit here and believe that Lou was the only problem when it came down to this. What I'm saying is this: Tae gaslit her a lot when she was drunk, a lot of times.
Yeah.
First of all, what you don't do with a drunk person is you don't. I won't even fuck with a drunk person because they're unpredictable.
The thing is, though, regardless of Tae gaslighting or whatever, it crossed the boundary of physical abuse, and so.
But Lou wasn't fighting though.
Can I say my point? Yes. Lou to me gaslit Tae when she claimed she don't remember anything that she did while she was drunk. I don't like people that do that because if you know that when you get drunk you don't remember stuff and you get physically violent with people, you don't need to be drinking.
But she stayed with her for 6 years though, Candy.
OMG, Deb.
If you know. And from Tae and Lou's mouth, this started like the first week of them dating. And for 6 years, you stay with a person who does this.
They were both toxic, and excuse my kids, they were both toxic. They don't need to be together. But to me, there's no right or wrong in the situation. They were both, to me, just wrong. If we're gonna say right, they were both wrong. Nobody.
But my problem is that Tae makes it look like Lou was the only problem.
Of course, I think both of you. But did Lou make it seem like Tae was the only problem?
Lou took responsibility for everything that she did.
Well, show me that video where she admits to abusing Tae.
I just showed it to you.
She admitted to abusing Tae?
She did.
Send it to me on my phone.
I just played it.
Not unfortunately. That was an act of aggression to me. This girl comes and rushes up to me, snatches my iPad out my hand before she can act. I wouldn't have minded the who are you talking to question. But
It
where
doesn't
she
sound like she's
triggered
been paying.
me, because
But
yet
listen to what
again,
she's
that's
saying.
not the way I was raised. You do not run up on me like that, number one. And then number two, you will not take something that is mine out of my hand in a forceful manner. That's just not what's going to happen. That will always put me on the alert. That will always put me into a, I will go.
It sounds like she's trying to
Ask me
justify
first.
why she physically
I don't
abused
Listen to
her.
mind
what she's
answering
saying.
questions, but what you won't do
But
is
to
address them
me,
first.
my
Because I'm real
interpretation, she's
finicky.
trying to justify why she physically abused her. But you can go ahead and show the last video. I think we need to do a part 2. Yeah.
It's a lot to deal with, but I feel like, to be honest, for me, I know a Tae in my life, and these people are very toxic, and they do always gaslight you a lot to the point where you are this person, and then what they do is they record you. Tae, Lou literally said it, and there's even a video. I can't even show it. I can see it on my computer. Can I show my computer?
Well, I'll say this. I've been Lou. I've been physically abusive to men that I felt like were manipulating me. And when I did that, the last time I did that, because not with my husband, but this was years ago. When I did that, where I physically harmed a man, I broke off that situation because I felt like I was wrong. If I have to physically harm you, or you bring me to a point where you're manipulating me so much where I want to punch you in the face, because I punched a man in his face, not caring what he was going to do to me. That, to me, that wasn't right. So I needed to remove myself from the situation and date somebody else. Yes, he was wrong in manipulating, but I put myself in harm's way by punching this man in the face, because I punched him in the face. With that being said, I should have been open to whatever
Look at
happened.
this bitch just brought me. Why did he just bring me this
Why
fucking
are you
reaction?
sitting here?
It's okay. We about to get it together.
But nothing to do anything. Sorry, y'all.
I've been in a situation, because when I get so mad, sometimes, like, I'm one of those people, when I get mad, I cry. And it's to the point where back when I was younger, I didn't know how to control my emotions. So I would physically harm people because I was so upset. And I didn't care about the repercussions. I didn't care what happened to me. All I knew was, I'm finna hurt you because you hurt me so bad inside. I want to physically hurt you. And that's not right.
But they have a video of Tae taking her phone from her, gaslighting her ass, saying that she was talking to other women on the internet. Tae takes her phone from her. Like, this woman is very toxic as fuck. And I don't think that people understand this. I dealt with Tae before. Huh? What'd you say?
I think they were both toxic.
They both were toxic. I'm not saying they were not. But Tae is a specific type of person that will gaslight the shit out of you. And especially with these recordings, when Lou recorded that last recording, it made a lot of sense to me. Tae is addicted to the internet. She's addicted to YouTube and the money from YouTube. And she wanted Lou to, even after they were broken up, do videos with her because she needed the money. She's addicted because she needs to gamble. So if you want to do a part 2 tomorrow, then that's fine. But this is a very nasty case of a narcissistic person who wants to control somebody who they cannot control, somebody who's been so depressed because of your narcissistic ways, and now all of a sudden I've realized, like, I need to get out of this shit. Lou literally says, I have nothing else to give to you. When she said that, like, it hit me to the core. She says, I have nothing else to give to you, Tae. I want out of this. And Tae is like, help me get out of this debt. She's like, I tried. I don't have nothing else to give. We all have, everyone in this chat who watched the show said, we noticed that Lou never really went through these videos. And Tae is like, her cash out is gone. If she could do it by herself, then why is she begging Lou to do this anymore? These are the words out of Tae's mouth.
And in part 2, because I just read it, it's just Dee's commenting. Thank you, Norris, and thank you, Yvette, as well. It's just Dee says she wants to chime in. And so I want to drop the link just to see what people think. In part 2. I have to get off because I have to get up early. So we need to come live tomorrow, do a part 2 on Tae and Lou.
I knew we should have just talked about this.
No, I have to go, so Deb.
I said I knew we should have just did this story that's in today.
Oh, I told you that.
I told you that you had the. Those are sources of mine.
No, I said I want to just talk about Tae and Lou, but we'll
I
get
said
to
that.
that. But
Then
let's
you
do
gave
the
me
part.
all the stories.
Let's do the part 2 because it'll give us some content for tomorrow as well.
Y'all, I'm so riled up right now because I'm pissed off about this story. But we can do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
I am sorry. I am. But we can do parts tomorrow.
Yeah, decompress, and we'll come back tomorrow, and we're gonna drop the link.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So, what time tomorrow?
Do you want to do 9 o'clock again, or we can do? I can do 8 o'clock if you want to go earlier.
8 o'clock will be way better for me.
Okay, 8 o'clock.
Okay. How do you want to end it?
We'll go ahead and end it here. Thank you guys for joining us. This was fun. We got a lot to damn.
I am pissed. And I hate that, but yes.
But no, save that for tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll come back tomorrow because I think this deserves a part 2. It's not just a one show conversation. This deserves some time. So
join us tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, so we can finish this. Maybe what I'll do is I'll mix up how everything the what is it
the timeline of the video.
Yeah, out of everything goes, so you guys can see what's happening here. Because it's not just this, and I think that what's happening here is that you probably haven't seen everything. I've been following this entire thing. And at first I was like, oh yeah, Lou was wrong. I knew Lou was the wrong person. But when Lou started talking outside of that first video, because I was like, oh, she took responsibility. Lou was wrong. Thank God they made peace. But then when Tae came out with her story, and then Lou came out with her story, it was a lot. It was a lot.
I don't think either one is wrong. I just think they were both toxic. But when you get physical with somebody, that takes it to another level. So that's my view on that. But they are both toxic. I hate that Lou went through what she went through. Don't try to cut me off. You said But yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow.
I definitely do. Okay. Y'all tune in to me in the candy shop. We got a new name, Champagne Conversations, tomorrow.
Yes.
We're going to get back into part 2 of this. If y'all haven't already seen this stuff, y'all can go over to Tae and Lou. It's Tae and Lou. And go to, just Lou don't have that on our channel anymore. Go on to TikTok and type in Tae and Lou. You can see a lot of the stuff that's going on. So you kind of already have some insight of what's going on. And make your own opinion before you get here. And then tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll back and we'll talk about some more, y'all. Okay? So make sure you guys follow on my channel. Make sure you guys go to the candy shop and follow her on her channel. Her link is on my channel. It's also in the description of this live as well.
All right. Bye, everybody.
All right, y'all. And we are going to wait. Oh, here we go. All right, y'all. We are going to sign out of here. I can't find. Wait, where is it at?
What are you trying to do?
Okay, we're signed out. That is not what I'm trying to do. I was trying to find my outro. We're signing out, y'all. Love you guys. See you guys tomorrow. Bye, y'all.
I did it. 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 I did it.